Infantry used to be a joke in Call of Dragons. Weak, slow, and ignored. But now they're stronger than ever. Yet still nobody is playing with them. Why? Because even that they're dominating the battlefield, players just refuse to heal them. Today I'm going to break down how the infantry become from trash to must-have, and why less from 5% of the players are actually infantry mains. So let's talk about the past of the infantry. People was using them just for engineering and destroying barricades. Boy oh boy, some of us actually remember barricades even after 2 years, and infantry was for this, just destroying barricades and building towers. But right now they're boosted a lot, but we're going to go there. And I said in many of my videos that the infantry actually needs some kind of boost. That was absolutely horrible. Nobody was wanted to have them. People even sacrificed their infantry, by rally or something like this. Even though that back in the days, Bakshi Emrys was the must-do rally in Call of Dragons, infantry still, some people was actually using them because, you know, they're the warriors. And people like warriors. They are the fearless troop that basically engage. On the other side, even though the cavalry was also a melee, people was using them for killing gathering heroes, something that you cannot actually do with your infantry. So everybody was actually jumping over marksman, mages, and cavalry. Now, of course, marksman not that much because long range warfare was also not present in Call of Dragons, but everybody was mage main. Like 85% from the population in Call of Dragons was main mages. Still, some people was building this strategy with the infantry, but they was seeing as a meat shield. Even the game actually presents Gorish, that for my opinion, I'm not gonna lie, people was absolutely skeptical about Gorish back in the days when he was presented. But this bad boy ended up till this day to be the best hero in Call of Dragons. He can basically beat any legion. But still, that was not enough for the players to actually, you know, switch to infantry. And only Krakens was actually using Gorish, not many was actually investing in the infantry, till they actually present something very interesting, and that was Ironclad. One of the updates, and keep in mind, the game actually make couple upgrades over the troops. First thing, Wilderberg flank units can actually destroy from a range, which is a huge improvement for this unit. Cavalry also get boosts when they charge, reduced damage, more damage if they get hit by ranged legion. Absolutely brutal. And only mages actually didn't get anything, and I'm a little mad about this, but infantry actually get this thing, which is called swordsman alertness. Blah blah blah. 50%, also they have 50% to get one stack of Ironclad, which is reducing the damage. So in total, from the range units, infantry can reduce by 40%. 8 stacks, 5%, 15 seconds. And that was a huge turning point for the players. And we start seeing not only whales, actually they go with 1 or 2 legions infantry, but not only whales, but also mid-spenders start actually using infantry, especially Gore's Kogo. Boy, that was the hot item couple months in Call of Dragons. So from there we see some switching from a trash, which the infantry was. Back in the days I make a video about buffing the infantry because it was extremely horrible. And I was thinking the game is going to make them they're going to boost the march speed of the infantry because they was extremely slow before they actually reach up the bow, the dead bow of mages and marksmen. They was dead, and didn't actually matter are you going to send 1 legion or you're going to send 10. Everybody was like this, destroyed. So I was thinking maybe a little more march speed so they can more fast jump on the enemy bow, but they make something way more better. We already know that the infantry have a charge. I think this is where it's increasing, I think, the speed. March speed increased when approaching the target legion. So they have a speed, so I was thinking maybe a little more march speed. But they present Ironclad. And I think this is that was turning point in the whole Call of Dragon community when this thing actually happened. And we start seeing more and more people actually experiment with the infantry on the battlefield. Of course, people like me was actually going with one, at best case, two infantry legions. There was a reason about that. We're going to go in this video about why this thing actually happened. But we was testing the infantry, how they're going to be. And Goresh Skogo till this day, or Goresh Mogro, is the best legions in Call of Dragons, period. Some people are going to say Margaret Zeta, but no, it's not Margaret Zeta, it's Goresh Skogo or Goresh Mogro. And we see this huge hype, something that right now we're seeing with the cavalry, especially for the infantry. And at one point, I was thinking, okay, because I make a poll in a couple of my streams and I was asking people, how many of you are mage main, marksman main, cavalry, or infantry? And majority of the people, like 90%, was actually marksman and mages. We have like something like 7%. This is one of the polls, but it's around 5% from the people actually are playing infantry. And why this actually happened, even though that they're so important. And right now, even the alliances request from the players to have at least one legion on the battlefield. Why at day 2 or maybe day 3 we stop seeing infantry on the battlefield, and maybe the only infantry we're seeing there is actually from the Krakens, which can afford to resource heal. They have like 2 million free heal per day, also elixirs, and you know, Krakens have everything. So why this thing actually happened? And here become the biggest issue with infantry. And this is at some point investment. Now, if you're a normal player like me, you go out, you prepare your... normally this is my legion. When I finish my infantry, this is the legion I'm using right now. But at the beginning, everybody's sending infantry. And this is the best time to be a mage or marksman. Especially the marksman, since they don't have right now a long range warfare. But to be a mage, it's beautiful. They counter infantry. You also have from the talents, from the mage talents, you can do more damage to the infantry. You can get policy to do more damage to the infantry. There's so many stuffs. But the first or second day is the days where the infantry use it. At the day 2 or 3, nobody's using infantry. And the main reason is nobody want to heal them. Nobody want to spend resources healing infantry. Now, if you're like me, you have Awakened Lilia, Bertrand, Velin. Currently I'm working over the Thunderling. Tohar is Awakened also. You know, I have a pretty decent Awakened 6-star heroes. And they are mages. So what I'm going to actually choose? Am I going to choose actually to heal infantry? Or I'm going to choose to heal my mages? And the answer here, for me personally, is actually to heal my mages. Now I have a strategy where I also heal infantry, and as you can see, this is the main reason I start my video, how I level, I'm training tier 4. The main reason for this is actually that it's cheaper to do resource healing over tier 4 troops, and I think this is one of the best advantage for free-to-play players. That is way more cheaper if they have couple farms to actually heal their troops, even though that they're not going to have the resources of a Kraken, for example. But this is going to give them great opportunity to fight longer on the battlefield. Now, I know the trades between tier 5 and tier 4. Don't start with this. But in general, I think this is huge advantage. And that's why I'm using tier 4 infantry. Almost all of my infantry is tier 4. Look at this. 77k swordsman is tier 5, 832 is a tier 4. This is the main reason. I want to have always infantry and to be cheaper to heal them, but at some point, I stop heal them because I just prefer to heal my troops where my heroes are awakened. Even though some people actually can spend and, you know, make their Goresh awakened. I see a lot of awakened Goresh Skogo, and it's a big pain. So in situation like this, when Goresh and Skogo is awakened, they get pretty decent trades, not gonna lie, and they're extremely valuable on the battlefield. Especially with Skogo, that is having, when she's awakened, she's going to give you 10% more counterattack. So you start seeing how more and more counterattack is added, and if infantry catch you and you enter in the melee range, the counterattack of the infantry is becoming crazy. Also, there is a venom lizard, brewing bear, so many stuffs you can add to the infantry so they can do more damage. But the main purpose of the infantry is actually to be the tanks. But the game give them this survivability that they was missing back in the days. So let's talk about the main reason why less than 5% of the people is actually playing infantry. The main reason is just the merits. I think the game is going in direction where everything is about the merits. Your performance is merits. Whatever you do, people watch merits. How many merits? How can you have that low merits? Even I have some comments, people ask me why I'm having that low merits, and I'm like, bruh, why? But maybe this is the way people can actually measure activity. For me personally, the activity is right now. Currently, we're having some fight over this bridge. We're pushing the enemy. Now, if somebody come online, they should actually enter in this fight here. I mean, for me, this is the important thing in Call of Dragons. But there is, of course, you can get some small fights here and there. I think here there was some small fights on this side where, for example, here people are destroying this tower. Somebody is going to come with couple legions, and there is going to be some small fights here and there. Most of the merits is actually from small fights here and there, because the large scale battles are finished very fast, maybe at best to be 1 week. Most of the times is even couple hours. When I come back from work yesterday, I entered the game, and there was like maybe 30 minutes before the gate actually opened, and I joined the big fight, and this is what the things are looking right now. Basically, nobody is here. We may actually start pushing for this flag, but nobody know. And I think this is the main reason that there's just not that much fight, and the merits is hard to be get it. And if you play infantry, it's going to be extremely hard for you even to buy, you know, these stuffs. I have like 20k merits right now, but all these things in the merit shop is something that is going to boost your account, and you need merits. And at the same time, also the prestige from, you know, having more merits. There is competition about the merits. And yeah, I think this is one of the main reasons, because if the infantry mains was treated other way, not actually only people watching their merits. And I know the guild masters or the rank 5 and rank 4 definitely know the value of the infantry mains. Rest of the people don't do this value, and yeah, most of the times the infantry main just don't have that much merits, and people judge over the merits. I mean, it's stupid to say that, but it's true. People judge over the merits, how many merits you have, and so on. So I think this is the main reason why 5% from the people is actually, you know, are infantry main. And I think even less and less, maybe if they present against some hero like a Goresh, things can go in other direction. But right now, Goresh Kogo, yeah, they're best, but they're a single legion, and you can have 5 legions on the battlefield. Now you can play with the single legion, but at some point you're going to finish your stamina. Even if you don't finish your stamina, it's an infantry. You're going to get killed very fast. Even if you have awakened Goresh Kogo, you're still going to fill your hospital fast, because you cannot do this poking game, hiding, kiting, hitting, and blah blah blah. So this is my overview over the infantry. If you want to see my ranking of my heroes, I'm going to put one video here somewhere that you can go and check it out and see how I rank my heroes. And yeah, let me know in the comments what you think, guys. It's very important, your opinion.